are you feeling today?
Oh, well, look, following on from yesterday, I think there's a big change for the Labour caucus. We've had in Jacinda an exceptional leader for over 5 years now, and she's a person who was not just a leader but a close friend for many of us. There's still a lot of reflection on that, but collectively and internally, we're working through the next steps of the process, and as we've said, we'll work that out on Sunday.
Were you just on the phone shoring up support? Were you just on the phone shoring up support?
As I said, that's going to be a collective and internal process. I'm a team player. We've all agreed that we'll do this as an internal team process. I don't think that politicians ever do themselves or their parties or the country any favours by playing these things out in public. We'll have an orderly process internally. We'll confirm the leader on Sunday.
Was that phone call trying to get some support for the leadership?
It would be rude of me to talk about private conversations that I've had with anyone on the phone.
Are you certain that caucus is going to walk out of that meeting on Sunday with a new leader?
Yes.
There's going to be consensus?
Oh, look, I think there's a strong will for us to build consensus, to be united, and to have a leader that we all back to win the election, to make progress for New Zealand.
Is that because any sort of leadership battle that played out in public would be bad for the party, and it would just look like internal eruptions?
I think there's always a strong case for these things to be worked out in a really orderly, efficient and united way, and that's what everyone's committed to.
Do you think it's fair to New Zealanders that they have no idea who their next Prime Minister will be, and all of this is happening behind closed doors?
Well, it's always the nature of caucus decisions, whichever party is in power, but if there's a change of leadership, that is worked out within the caucus. In the case of this transition, the Labour Party is putting its collective mind together to do that within 4 days, which I think is quicker than any other transition that we've had. So I think the country can have confidence that there is a commitment to the smooth maintenance of government, to providing leadership and certainty as soon as possible.
No one's even declaring who the nominees are.
That's because we have an orderly internal process.
Are you able to tell us a little bit more about the logistics of how this works? Is everybody going back to Wellington? Is it going to be a caucus meeting within Labour's caucus rooms, or how does this play out?
Oh, well, look, those questions in detail will be best directed towards the whips, but yes, the caucus will be meeting, and it will be meeting in Wellington on Sunday.
Have you got a lot of conversations coming up?
Look, obviously after a major change like this, there have been a lot of conversations about where we're at. And about how this process will work through, but those conversations will be kept.
Would Chris Hipkins make a good Prime Minister?
All of it, those conversations will be kept internal. As I said at the beginning, I'm a team player. I don't think that it works for us to be speculating about these matters.
And do you think there should be a snap election so the New Zealanders actually get to decide who's their Prime Minister?
No, we've made a clear decision about the election date later this year. I think that provides certainty.
But New Zealanders will have an unelected Prime Minister.
And of course that's not uncommon. It happened in the previous term of government when there was a transition from John Key to Bill English. No one, including ourselves, questioned the legitimacy of that. That is how our process works. And we'll have an election within 10 months.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here. And head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.